Difficult time on the 3rd of June last year when a lot of us here at Joy News had to go out and cover the story again and again, trying to understand what had happened, how many lives were lost, the conditions in which we found some of these bodies. Some were charred, others were decomposed. For days we had to find them in many buildings in that adjoining community close to the Gulf filling station. Also, a lot of us journalists, including most of the pictures you saw on the screens, were taken by a photojournalist, Samuel Moore. He was part of the coverage we did last year, quite instrumental in getting us those gripping pictures last year. But 24 hours, a day after this disaster, I personally visited the scene to see what victims were able to salvage from the rubble and the story of the survivors of the disaster. 24 hours, the night after all of this had happened at the Kwame Nkrumah sector.
Jina so sani you say a JB fee so me nkwana me the journey di mechi nti di mechi stand na me ni boy bi school boy bi ene gente journey e ba yen so te di me kan e fro so na man na e fira ne ban lucky gate e journey e ba esro e dan no nti e ko share toilet ni toilet on jamejani e sa ba toilet ni e jumpy fa window and a fire jama, silly no so. Ye Johnny dear chin, and I said ye tone soon. I said ye vegina, silly bow could be so.
Me, Busa say, since I didn't see you know, you said I'm a baby, I say, na, and none of you a hen would die.
None of you, die.
So she's telling me that she'd had to sit in the rubble from Wednesday night when the incident happened. Up until this minute, she's not eaten. She doesn't know how she spent the night. She's thinking of sitting at that exact spot where she sat last night to spend the night. She went to go queue to get some help from the NADMO officials. She said she was unlucky. Red Cross also came around. She didn't get anything. And so she's back to square one. I'm just going with her to go see where exactly she's passing the night. And it's difficult walking through all of this. There's a lot of rubble still on the floor. The place has not been cleared yet, and so it's really tough walking through this area. I'm already stepping in water. Crazy. And as you walk around, all you smell is smoke, a bit of water, a bit of sand as well. You virtually have to tiptoe your way through the side of the area. Hey, into over tonight, him for potting order.
A damn back on to Metzna, and the action, it's me, I am on camera.
Now, what the saying?
Betty, I feel mensa.
It's many work I say in Sion Count.
53 days in Germany.
3 days was only dear. Cry. Now, what Papa Nunia on sway?
Papa no.
Omunia Bibiania.
Young Cassady, then Papa no, for sure.
Okay. So she tells me that this is where they've had to, sit and look on. As things are not going well for them, they've just had to sit around in the hope that help will come to them. She tells me that since Wednesday night when the tragic incident happened, she has not slept. She's not had any food to eat. She has not even taken her bath. And the same goes for her family. The father and relatives are here. I just want to go see them. And then we'll also go see what the others are. Those who are getting all the help are getting it from. I'll go. What's your memory? Yes, Dad. Sorry, say me no why. Yes. You're Francis. Me Jumo Joy News. We've been covering near Siwa Hafiti Wednesday now. Na me dream who say conform wahano. Send a braboti anajo. Where are you sleeping? Ahana Oda. Yeah. It's Wednesday night. Yeah. So I'm walking in with the man who occupies this building. The daughter is the one that we saw a couple of minutes ago. Let's just see the conditions under which they're living right now. So as I walk in, it's a pretty
a disheveled room, really. There's just a mattress on the floor here. The roof is bare. I see a lot of wires hanging around here. There's a big bucket. Looks like what they store water in. There's a bag of water. Looks pretty dirty. I can imagine with all that's happened here, not looking too good. But at least they have something to live on. In the other room, there are quite a number of implements you find here. Bowls where some food is in there. There's a coal pot also in the corner. I presume that's also for cooking. But the place looks as though it's been ravaged. It's not somewhere that anyone would want to easily cohabit because of the situation they've been made to live under such circumstances right now. Let me try and speak to the one who sleeps in here and I get a sense of what has been happening since this whole incident happened. Pacho, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you for speaking to us, sir.
Okay.
And how are you today?
I'm fine.
You're fine.
Yes.
Where were you when the incident happened?
I was okay. I was here before the incident happened. I was here.
What did you
sleep? I was sleeping on my things before. You see the let's say the best state outside. I was sleeping when the thing happened. So the time the rain started coming, so the rain started to fill here. So I have to go to the top, the story building top. So I was there, but I could see the rain, and all of a sudden you see the oil at the top of the water. So I have to. Then I become afraid. Then I pass through the water with some 3 people, with three young girls. Then we went through the gate. We went to down the street. That's it.
Okay. So since this happened, was your room very affected by this?
Oh, the room, the water was filled up to this level. You see.
So that's like more like my chest level.
Yes.
I'm looking at the surroundings within which you live right now, and really, is this how it used to be, or because of what has happened?
There was a bed here. You see the bed stayed outside. There was a bed and everything else is a bed.
So you had a bed in here.
Yeah.
But because of what's happened, you have to just lay your mattress on the floor here. And
Yes.
And are you comfortable under such circumstances?
Oh, I'm not too much, but I have to take it like that,
Okay. Just for the description, it's a very slim mattress. There's a bit of a blanket on it, and then also what you use to cover yourself is what you find here. This is where this man will end up sleeping tonight. The conditions here are not too good, but he tells me he can live with it because there are others whose conditions are not too good. Like a pub and a catering service around. This is where most people who are displaced are spending the night. Let's walk in. It's a bar, really. Ordinarily, if this has not happened, this is where people will come and sit and have fun on an evening like this, like a Friday night. But tonight, this is where most of the displaced in this area are spending the night.
Here's the spot, the way it is.
So walking into the bar right now, just where the open space where chairs will have been, there's a man just lying down right now. It's just past 10, and so I'm sure that he's catching some sleep. The man who brought me here, one of the survivors also, this is where he is sleeping. The conditions here are quite terrible, really. It's an open space, and so you are exposed to all the mosquitoes you can have. Also, the weather conditions, you are exposed to it. There's no nets, for instance, for them to sleep in. Let me see if I can speak to this man here who's lying down. Boss, sorry, say me know why. Your friend Francis, me Juma or Joy FM na. At the same humor.
No, I don't understand the
okay. How are you today?
Oh, I'm fine.
I can see you're sleeping out here in the open. You just have a mattress and a blanket, and that's all you have, really. Are you comfortable?
Listen. Today they take it and say it for us.
You said?
I said today they said there is the mattress and then there is the pillows.
Okay. So you sleep fine this evening?
Oh, I'm enjoying it very well.
You sure?
Yes, please.
The mosquito no they bite you?
Since I sleep, mosquito not touch me yet.
It's almost 11 p.m. More than 48 hours after fire ravaged the Gore filling station here at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle. The residents in the adjoining buildings have packed everything out of their rooms, and it's become a very difficult time for them. Much as they've lost property, the road to getting their lives back on track is another issue. I've already seen places where water continues to come out of the earth, the tiles in the room. The room is still filled with water. It keeps coming by the minute. But what is worrying is that they have the mattresses, they have the blankets provided by NADMO. But where to pass the night is their issue. Some are being forced to sleep in the burnt houses. Still a worrisome situation here. There's no power this side of the town, and so it's pitch black. Mosquitoes will have their field day with those who sleep here. There are some also who are sleeping in the open at a drinking spot just nearby because they do not have a place to sleep. Their house has been badly affected. One thing is clear, that from today, it's not just about a disaster, it's about how these people will return to normal life.
That was on the 4th of June last year, and as I mentioned earlier, it was difficult for them to try and gather their lives together after such a difficult period at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle. Well, it's been a year, yes, and indeed, a year takes very little to arrive. It's been almost 365 days since this incident happened here in Accra. Well, I returned to the community just about a week ago to understand what has changed since we reported on these number of stories, what's become of those who survived this disaster, and have they revived their lives all over again. This is what I found.
On a cold Wednesday evening on the 3rd of June 2015, what may have passed for a regular flood in the capital became a disaster of devastating proportions. Scores of Ghanaians, men, women and children in and around the Goyle filling station at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle in Accra were caught up in a flood and fire disaster. Many died, but others also managed to survive.
Sana tebu ne ejina so nsuo ne hwe na mo mugina this side say ni say mo hwe mo chi say ejane ebe jane ba na me de mi dwane jano no kan no wo nsuo nim nsuo mum na ejiri fire na fire service for the ahoma ebe twetwen ye free efio tie nkofo wu papa.
I'm back here when it all started, about a year ago when the flood and fire disaster struck. This is one home I visited and met a lot of victims who were suffering as a result of that disaster. I'm back to see if things have changed for the people. One of the people I spoke to at the time was Afi. She was at the entrance, stricken by everything that had happened, in a very confused state, didn't know what to do. Today she's here. Afi, morning. How are you today?
Hi.
You're fine. Afi was forced to sleep on the streets of Adabraka on the night of the disaster. Suffering from a mental disorder, she managed to stay put and remained in the same house which was ravaged by fire. I think you've put on a bit of weight, haven't you?
Yes.
Really? Is that a sign that you've been eating well? You have, eh? Has something changed about you?
No.
Are you pregnant?
Yeah, I'm pregnant.
You are? How many months is it?
4 months.
Okay. You don't look happy telling me you're pregnant. Why?
Because of the fire disaster that happened last week.
Okay. Were you pregnant before then, or was after?
I wasn't pregnant.
Okay. But you should be happy. You are not. Why?
Actually, this was we are afraid of what happens. So we wanted to, according to the people here, they said they wanted to sow this place. So.
Okay. So your worry now is where you sleep, because if they sell off this property, you will not have a place to sleep. Okay, that's difficult. But the one who got you pregnant will take you away, wouldn't he? Why? He's not around?
You don't know where he is? Do you know him? You don't know him? Do you work now?
Okay, I got actually when I got a job at a place, the woman is she's called Mercy and she has opened Mercy Catering System. Mama, I used to go and help her and she would give me a day, 5 cedi a day. But right now, stop.
Why? The money is not enough?
And then the money is not enough.
You just stopped? Or you had a fight with Mercy?
I hadn't have
Do you think what happened last year can happen again?
Yeah, we are afraid that it can happen again.
Why? What makes you feel so sure that it can happen again?
Because of how it rains and we heard that this house they will sow this place, so and maybe if they can help us look for another place to stay. I want to move from this place to go and stay at
another place.
Mr. Daniel Mensah is the father of Afi. He lost all his belongings to the disaster last year, and the 65-year-old now works 2 jobs to survive:
In a very difficult
a real estate agent and a barber.
I used to go up and down. You know, it's Accra. You can sit down and live. You see. So I used to do 1 2 1 2 for my whole living.
Where 1 2 1 2 means what? What did you used to do?
My business. You know, sometimes I used to find room for people.
You are an agent?
An agent.
Mm-hmm. What else?
Sometimes barbering. I say I was a barber during my youth. So this old man, all the time they do come again.
They come to you.
Yeah.
Since then, have you been comfortable? Is your life better now?
Oh no, you know, things are very bad for us. So we are only waiting. Maybe something can happen. Yeah, we don't know.
But are you still waiting? Because it's been a year. The disaster has happened. One would have imagined that you will have moved on by now.
We can't. We depend upon God. So I say the change will come from God.
Sitting at the entrance of the charred compound house is the 19-year-old young and ambitious John. Peeling open piles of plain polythene bags, he recalls how that fateful night has affected his life for the worst.
I didn't feel happy at all in my heart.
Did you lose a friend?
No, but I know one of my friends which like his face and his hand got bent. And I told him that so far as you are alive, you will give thanks to God. If you have been dead.
Did you get injured that day? Did you get hurt or injured?
Oh no, I didn't get any. But it was the water. It was like I was like to die in the water. That's what made me afraid.
Okay. So from that time till now, how has your life been? Have you changed the way you do things? Where you go? When it's raining, what happens to you?
Yeah, it was something like that. If it's raining now, I again to be afraid of when it's raining, it will be flood again. So I don't think like if it's raining, I will not think that if it started raining, I'll find some place where the rain it will not worry me, so that I'll be safe on my life.
Just when I was leaving John, I saw Joycelyn. She was until recently a night seller of noodles close to the Goyle filling station. She has now switched to selling banku and okra soup during the day. She sends us back to the night when her decision not to sell saved her from calamity.
Well, when the thing happened, I was not having money to start. I've stayed in the house for almost, let's say, 6 or 7 months. And moreover, I'm afraid if something happened again, I don't want to sell in the night again. I want to do something daytime. When I finished selling Indomie, I went out. So I came home around 5 p.m. So I was going to market to buy Indomie, and the rain started small. I said, oh, this rain, let me sleep so that tomorrow I can go to morning devotion. Then we saw that the back of our house was burning. I said, what is happening? Before the filling station got blasted like bomb. My sister said, Joyce, all of us will die. By then she climbed the wall. I was in the water. The things we have fridge, like 4 fridge in the compound. I wanted to climb the wall, but everything blocked me. So I just asked for forgiveness of my sin. I know about Miss Out. I said, God, if I should die, I just take my soul. Every sin I've committed, you just forgive me. I asked for forgiveness of my sin. I was there. Something just said, okay, but Miss Out die. So let me just make it simple. Let me just go under the water and that. Something said no. But I don't know what carried me. What I realized is I was where my sister was. What I could remember was she was pulling me to climb the wall. I said, no, she should leave me, I will find. When I climbed the wall, I was naked. One man was coming from Adabrakai side and just come and stood beside me. I said, brother, can you please help me? He said, yes. I said, are you sure? He said, yes. So should I jump inside? Then I jumped and he took me outside. I said, come and take my sister. So he came back and take my sister too. When I came out, I was naked. Those guys, junkie, they were holding my buttocks. They were holding me. But that day, where my mind was, I just thank God that I survived.
Considering what happened here last year, what do you think has to change to avoid something like that repeating itself?
Every day the gutter is full. That's the
biggest problem?
Yes.
Okay. But who puts the filth in the gutter? It's all of you, isn't it?
Yes, it's true. But we have, what I think is, like governments, like Saturdays like this, will organize something that the youth should clean the gutter. After finishing doing that, they should dash them something. The next day when they announce, they will come because of what they have received. Do you understand?